Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope you're doing well. Sorry, I just had to shut my fan off. I don't want any weird noises in the background. So I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing all right. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturn Day. But okay, anyways, today's topic is going to be about spelling, particularly that in English, the English language, okay? There's a reason we tend to call it spell, okay? Because in a way, many of the words that we use are casting spells, not spells that are um, super noticeable or effective, but they're more so subtle. And many of us aren't even aware of what we're doing or the power of the tongue. In the Bible, it says, life and death is in the power of the tongue, okay? And that has a lot of a deeper meaning than one might think. Okay, so I'm just going to go over some terms. I mean, this video could be endless if I really wanted to just keep digging, but this was just some of the things that had come to my mind when I grabbed a pen and a paper a day or two ago. Okay, so let's think of one of the first words, okay, that come to mind when I think of spelling. Okay, television. The way it's spelled, T-E-L-E, and then V-I-S-I-O-N. Okay, but okay, it could also be interpreted as television. They're telling a vision to our subconscious, to our conscious as well, to our brain. Okay, so on the television, they're telling a vision. You can take it a step further and change the words around just a couple letters, and all of a sudden it's tell lie vision, telling a lie to our vision. Okay, they're tricking us, they're changing the way we think without us necessarily giving them permission. But when you allow things to enter your eye gates and your ear gates, then that's what's happening, okay? So be aware that all knowledge that's taken in is programming you to an extent, all right? So, also, the next one I thought of, a little less common, is internet, okay? Internet sounds almost like in the net, like you're caught in the net, like a fish. You know what I mean? So when you go onto the internet, you are caught in the net. Okay, it's a lot of different information and it's going to eventually lead you to your own conclusions. It even happens to me. I'm no exception, not even close. Okay, all of us are affected by this. All right, so it's internet, in the net, or enternet. If they change the letter I into the letter E, then it's going to say enternet. You've entered the net. And what do nets do? They capture. Just like the internet captures our attention, it captures our attention span, okay? It's a trap, it's a net, and you've been captured like a fish. Um, Also on the television, okay? Welcome to today's programming. Literally program. They're programming our mind like a computer, okay? Because our brains are the motherboard if our bodies were the computer, okay? They are literally programming our brains to whatever they want us, the people, to feel at the moment. If they want division, they will do that. They will sow division effortlessly. That's just how it is. And a lot of times it's fairly subtle and elongated versions of brainwashing, okay? The more we watch without resistance or without questioning these things, the more we become exactly what they want us to become. Um, just how we program a computer, they program our brain, okay? And then they would say, things like, what's your favorite channel? You are literally channeling different frequencies that lead to channeling various spirits, if you will. Okay, this is why they use terms like that for television. Welcome to today's programming. Flip through the channel surfing. All of these words have more meaning than we think. Okay, I don't know if this is the case with other languages. I just know with the English language, there's a reason they call it spelling, like spell casting. Okay, let's go to the next one. Liquor stores sell wine and spirits. They tend to say that up on some of the places, wine and spirits, and then underneath sold here or whatever. Okay, why do they call alcohol spirits? Let's think. They call alcohol spirits because people literally change when they drink or ingest this poison. In small amounts, it's very minuscule, it's not noticeable, it might not even happen. But when you ingest enough of it regularly, or even not regularly, you just ingest enough of it, what happens is somebody's personality begins to change quite drastically. We often think, oh, we become more truthful when we're drunk and we become this and that. That's because these things that have been placed on us through society and the brainwashing that's taking place, that veil starts to slip. But we quickly go from somebody who's more honest and forthcoming to somebody who is very deranged, and we can't explain our actions. People getting in bar fights when they're actually quite peaceful. People hitting trees, God forbid, getting hurt, passing away, things like that. Okay. Sometimes you can quite often see it in their eyes. They say the eyes are the window to the soul. And you see something off with their eyes, with somebody's like pissed drunk, bro. They're just gone. They look dead in their eyes. And that's because the spirit has taken over. And this is not the Holy Spirit. These are negative spirits. The spirit of jealousy, the spirit of recklessness, things like that. Okay. And like I said, sometimes you can quite often even see it in their eyes. They change mostly for the worse. And a blackout is when the spirit fully takes over. You remember nothing because it literally was not you. It was not your soul operating your vessel slash body. It just wasn't. You were completely taken over. That's why you pass it the hell out. You wake up the next day and you say, what did I do? And your friends tell you, you don't even believe them. Sometimes they have to show you a video and you go, oh my God, I can't believe that was me. That's because it kind of wasn't. Okay. Now, like I said, life and death is in the power of the tongue. So when you speak, think of these things a little deeper, okay? Hi, hi, H-I, but it's more like H-I-G-H, like high. It's a high vibration. If I say, hi, how you doing with a good inflection, I'm being high vibrational, and I'm trying to share that high vibration with you, potentially to bring your vibration up as well. Then you carry it to somebody else, etc., etc. That's great. Versus, hello. Hello? Hell is low. Yes, we know hell is low, but in a way, you're kind of wishing us to live on that plane where hell is low. So you can laugh at it all you want, but this is just a deeper understanding of words. You know what I mean? And yes, to me, intent is everything. So if you're saying hello, but you don't mean it that way, then it's okay. I don't see the big problem. But what sucks is we don't know the intentions of other people. So other people might be saying hello, or another one is good morning, morn, morning, but it's really good morning. They're wishing that we enjoy the state of suffering uh, at the heart center. You know what I mean? I hope that you enjoy being sad, devastated, in a state of perpetual pain. That is what mourning is. Okay, so instead of good morning, a lot of people say grand or good day. I don't like the confusion of the term mourning. It is everything. If you don't mean it that way, then it loses 80% of its power. The problem is that we have no idea as to what and how others mean when they say these things to us. Okay, they could be cursing us with words, smiling in our face saying good morning, but their intention is to bring our vibration down so that we bring that low vibration to others. So you're either spreading high vibration or low vibration, or you're just fucking neutral, and that's it. Okay? For all you know, they could be a witch or a warlock working for the kingdom of darkness, subtly placing word curses over us, smiling in our faces, like I just mentioned, but flipping us off in their minds. Okay? So I say intent is everything. So at the end of the day, test the spirit. You will know them by their fruits. What that means is you will know them by their actions. A good tree cannot produce bad fruit, it only produces good fruit. Uh, Likewise, a bad tree cannot produce good fruit. It only produces bad. Good produces good. Bad produces bad. You will know them by their fruits. Stay safe, be blessed, and live lavishly. I love you all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.